today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. Taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the New York Giants. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out from Texas A&M at quarterback, Kellen Mond. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Cook running right. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He has just eclipsed the 13,000-yard mark for his career. What a career it's been. Incredible running the football. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mond forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. 2nd and goal from the 1. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. He'll try again. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Jones. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. And he comes back with one complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Can't do that.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago. 14 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll give him 4 yards there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. His kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Second down at 5. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. On 1st and 10, here's Mond. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Mond looks to throw on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kellen Mond, 26 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Cook a first down and more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 84 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And comes Minnesota, and they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
From the 41, Mond steps away to his left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mond now off of play action. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Flush to his right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are going to have it here just past the 25. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw again. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually...
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So no need to back him up. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Jones to throw on second down. And that'll be caught by Tony. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Giants 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Anderson. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there. Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And his kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And they're going to speed things up here. And to give this time to the tailback. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Stays on his feet, and he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. On fourth down, Mond. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. They go play action here. Mond. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20.
They are not
Touchdown, Vikings. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 27, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get This one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going? Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Mon going to throw it.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
And this one incomplete. Oh, a dangerous throw. Nearly picked off in the end zone, but instead second down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Giants are going to take possession here as they got it at their own 4-yard line. Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And now here's a carry heading left. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mond on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some space here. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say,